Let's think about facts and opinions as we read The Important Book by Margaret Wise Brown. The Important Book. When you say something is important, that's how you feel. That's your opinion. The Important Book. The important thing about a shoe is that you put your foot in it. You walk in it and you take it off at night, and it's warm when you take it off. But the important thing about a shoe is that you put your foot in it. The important thing about you is that you are you. It is true that you were a baby and you grew, and now you are a child, and you will grow into a man or into a woman. But the important thing about you is that you are you. Let's look over at our circle map. We're going to look at facts and opinions. Let's go. And we're back with The Important Book. Let's look at what we read today. Getting to my favorite part of this book. So, this author thinks the important thing about a shoe is that you put your foot in it. Do you agree with her opinion about what's important about a shoe? Do you agree? I don't agree. I don't think that's what's important about a shoe. I think that what's important about a shoe is that it's comfortable. This is my shoe. I'm trying to break it in. It's almost comfortable. Let's look at a fact. You walk in it. That's a fact. You walk in shoes. You put your feet in shoes and then you walk. That's a fact. It's true. Now here's my favorite part of this book. The important thing about you is that you are you. Do you agree with that opinion? I do. I agree with that opinion. The important thing about you is that you are you. The important thing about me is that I am me. We share the same perspective. We share the same point of view. Our opinion is the same. They don't always have to be different. Sometimes they're the same. It's how we feel. Sometimes we agree. Let's look at another text to see some facts and opinions. This is such a cool text. Dinosaurs walked here, and other stories fossils tell. This is an informational text, and I only want a little bit of it. I'm only going to read a little part. Let's see. It says 1, that's the chapter. Chapter 1. I knew I was going to start at the beginning, so I did not have to look in the table of contents, but I could look if I wanted to see what else is in there. Okay, let's see. A diary of the past. Once there were dinosaurs. They roamed the earth for 140 million years, but but died out long before there were people to see them, tell of them, or draw their pictures. Even so, we know about them because we have found their bones, teeth, skin imprints, and footprints preserved in rock. These remains and traces of dinosaurs are called fossils. The same name is used for the remains and traces of all animals and plants that lived on Earth long ago. There were a few facts in there. One that I want to point out is a definition. A definition is when you learn what something means. So this fact was a definition for the word fossil. The text told us that a fossil is a remain and a trace. It's preserved in rock. This tells us what it means. This is the definition. I'm going to add that to our chart. I want to do facts. I need green. Definitions. Definitions. Say it with me. We can communicate. Definitions. Let's look at the next part. Fossils can be shells and bones. They can be prints of leaves and feathers. They can be eggs and insects, or the tracks of worms, birds, and dinosaurs. Whatever they may be, fossils are old. They are anywhere from thousands of years old to hundreds of millions of years old. Together, they are like a diary that tells of the Earth's past. They are like a diary. This author is comparing fossils to a diary. A diary is something you write in to tell your story. It sounds like that's the author's opinion. Not everyone is going to agree that fossils are like a diary, but that's one opinion. Let me write that down. Magenta, not green. Diary. Oh, nope. Comparisons. You can compare fossils to a diary. You might not agree. You might compare fossils to something else. It's your opinion. You don't have to agree. Let's go ahead and try it together. Say it with me. What can we communicate? We can communicate facts. We can communicate observations. We can communicate examples. We can communicate behaviors. We can communicate locations. We can communicate actions. We can communicate evidence. We can communicate definitions. We can communicate measurement like time and size. Those were all facts. We can communicate values. We can communicate perspectives. We can communicate claims. I want to add an S. We can communicate points of view. We can communicate observations. We can communicate judgments. We can communicate feelings. We can communicate comparisons. I hope you think about facts and opinions that you can communicate today.